American Forest is a 501 non-benefit conservation organization established in 1875 and dedicated to protection and restoring health forest ecosystem. The current headquarters are in Washington. Activities: the mission of American Forest is creating health and resilient forest from cities to wilderness, from deliver essential benefit from for climate, people, water and wildlife. American Forest activity comprises four separate program areas: rural forest restoration, equitable tree canopy in cities, the National Register of Champion Trees and Forest policy. In addition, the organization public quarters quarterly mechanized reforestation of rural forest land space across North America. Millions of acres of native forest has been lot of degraded by disasters like wildfire, pests and diseases, as well as human action like mining development and widespread cleaning. For unsustainable practice, forest restoration can bring native forest back and all the natural benefit they provide society, while also creating green jobs, tree equality for underserved communities. Through their tree equality program, American Forest is responding to the challenge by leading to the move of tree equity in cities across America. They partner with city leaders and community groups to develop science-based urban forestry program to grow and maintain tree canopy in neighborhoods that have fallen behind. They advocate for and found urban forestry lunch high impact planting project and blind build public awareness and lead national efforts to increase federal, state, and local funding for urban forestry project. National Register of Champion Trees. American Forest enlists hundreds of volunteers in the United States of locate, protect, and register for the largest tree and to educate the public about the benefit of mature trees and forest. It is active in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and has been used as a model for many state big trees programs and several international ones in place such as Australia, New Zealand, South Korea and Mexico. More than 750 US champions are crowned each year and documents in its biennial publication, the National Register of Champion Trees. For more than 770 years, the goal of the program has remained to preserve and promote the unique nature of these living manures and to educate people about the key role that these remarkable trees and forests play in sustaining a healthy environment. Forest policy: the organization also works to advocate for the protection and restoration of rural and urban forests through public policy and engage members of a community in the management of their natural resources through various community coordination mechanize. The organization public a quarter mechanize American Forest, formerly called American Forest, and Forest Life, American Forestry Conservation, Forestry and Irrigation, and the Forest. The first these issue of Volume 1 were titled The New Jersey Forest History. American Forest was established in September 1875 as the American Forest Association by physician and horticulturist John Stone Warder and a group of like-minded citizens in Chicago. The objective of the citizen organization was to collect and disseminate information on forestry and to foster the conservation of the existing forest. In 1882, the AFA was merged into the American Forest Congress, which organized that year in Cincinnati, Ohio. It became at once nationally influential in promoting the cause of forestry. In 1889, the original name was resumed during the nearly century and a half since their founding. They uh, originated the idea for a national forest system and the U.S. Forest Service that created the first conservation protocol in the nation, successfully advocated for the expansion of national forest in the eastern U.S., worked with Flakin resolvent to create this Cleveland Conservation Corp, provided a platform from legendary conservation heroes like Gifford Pinchot, Aldo Leopold, and Ansel Adams, and helped pioneer and advance the field of urban forestry during the early years of its existence. The AFA relied on annual export occasional bulletins and the journal press for the publication of information about forestry. In 1897, it was incorporated and it took over the New Jersey Forestry Association. The publication of the periodical The Forestry, changing the title later to Forestry, Irrigation, then Conservation, and finally America Forest. By 1920, the AFA had after 10,000 members and was active and influential in educating public sentiment and in shaping forestry legislation. The AFA was long active in a conservation movement, advocating for the creation of forest reserve, for passage of Weeks Act, and for creation of the civilian conservation corps. In 1924, the AFA started what would become a national tradition by donating the first living national Christmas tree to the White House. In 1940, the AFA began maintaining the National Register of Champion Trees, a list of the largest trees of each native and naturalized species in the United States. Candidates for the National Register are nominated by coordinator, big tree hunter, and volunteers across the U.S. in what has become an annual competition between individual countries and even states to hold the most champion trees. In 1990, the AFA created the Goal Life program with which plants trees to restore to restore the to restore forest ecosystem across the US and around the world. Community currently more than 40 million trees has been planted through its program. In 1992, the AFA changed its name to American Forest to better reflect to its environmental impact. What began as an association of professional forester note has a membership of individuals who care about trees and forest environmental forest reconciliation. Atostecs and tree lovers. She also reference